welcome back to Cooking with Amarynthe, Cooking Made Easy, Gamers Edition. Today we're going to be doing something that, actually I don't really even have a name for. It's a beef and chicken dish. You can use beef and pork, pork and chicken. Actually it goes well with any of the meats. And it really doesn't have a name yet. It's just something that I do here because we keep trying different types of recipes and mixing different seasonings and different cooking styles and whatnot. So we're going to start. You want at least 2, if not 3 large green peppers. I know I keep saying, you know, that this is an easy 5-minute prep. It really is if you're accustomed to slicing stuff. If you're not, most grocery stores these days have sections either in the greengrocer area or over by the meats, where the meats are already diced, vegetables are already sliced or chopped or whatever. So if you don't want to do any of that, it's easy to pick it up. But we get, actually our meat comes from a local butcher shop, which is really awesome. If you want to see, you know, what your beef is up to, you just have to go outside and around the end of the building, and there they are. You know, can't get much closer to the source than that unless you're raising them yourself. So we have here, it's about 2 pounds of cubed beef, and then we're going to add some green pepper and onion. And these, like I said, are your basic green peppers. The onions actually are sweet Vidalia onions. They're the best onion in the world. And my husband brought home a big old bag of them because they had them on sale at the grocery store. And so knowing that we would never go through them, because it's just me and Mr. Editor here, I went ahead and chopped them all up while they were nice and fresh and just came home. And onions freeze so very well. In fact, I recommend, actually, you know, if you have a day where you're just not doing much anything and you've just done grocery shopping, you know, get green peppers and onions, slice them and freeze them in freezer bags, and they freeze really well. So then you always have them on hand if you want to make something, you know. Today we also have something new. This is minced garlic. You can find this at your local grocery store too. It is actually the alternative to chopping up fresh garlic. I know that I had said you could do that in your little blender or chopper, whatever you have, but you can also buy it already done. And in the end, that ends up working better for us because, like I said, there's only a couple of us, and if I buy just fresh garlic after fresh garlic, I'm usually throwing away, you know, 2/3 of a garlic bulb because we don't use it before it starts to dry out. So that's a great alternative. And not really sure what this is in. I think it's in juice. I will also try and see if they have it in the olive oil, because I think it tends to scorch less if you're frying it up with something. So now we're going to add the chicken. This is, you know, a good 2 pounds more of chicken. And going to add the next layer of all your veggies. And more green peppers and onions. And that's basically your veggies in this. It's the green pepper and the onion. And I was thinking of just calling it, you know, like pepper beef or something, but it's already stuff named that. And it definitely has a different taste because we use different kinds of seasonings. Like I mentioned before, that we get our seasonings through Spice Sage online. It's myspicesage.com, and they have like everything. So, and I have taken stuff that I've gotten from them in the past and just made what I call my special mix. And this is a mix of sumac, ginger, cinnamon, garlic and onion powder, a little bit of salt, but mainly we're looking for the cinnamon and the sumac flavors to be coming out in this. More Mediterranean, or I'm not sure, but so you're gonna sprinkle that liberally, and then just put the lid on. Like I said, and the pre-prep, you can do the pre-prep for this stuff the night before, and just pour it on the crock pot the next day, and have, you know, a meal going for your family or yourself or whatever. Plenty of leftover onions there. But what you're gonna do now is just turn it, like I say every time, to high. There are times when you use lower settings. Usually it's more towards things you're just heating through. You know, like if I was gonna do like Swedish meatballs or something, I would do it on a lower temperature for an even longer period of time. But that's all you do with this. You know, in a couple hours, it's gonna start making your house smell fantastic. And just check it periodically. It's gonna be a few hours. It's gonna be probably at least 4 or 5 hours for the proteins to break down, so it becomes super tender and juicy. So we'll see you later with it'll all come back. It's been about 5 hours at this point, and the meat and vegetables have cooked down. They've also released a lot of juice, which was in fact why we used to serve it over rice before we decided to start cutting back on the carbs. Like I said, it is been about 5 hours, and everything is cooked down into this absolutely delicious, tender, I guess almost not really a stew or a soup, but it is definitely got a very awesome flavor. Feeds a lot of people, or makes more than one meal, and freezes pretty decently. So that's our recipe for this week, and like I said, give it a try. Making stuff doesn't have to be difficult or time consuming. Like I said, I've been doing other stuff since I started this, so anyway, that's our recipe for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Keep that weird light shining so the rest of us can